Welcome back to Driller's Garage. Today I'm back to the Boxster. I got to get this thing finished, get that exhaust taken care of, get those oxygen sensors done, and that's it. I need to get this car to the track as soon as possible. Stay tuned. And in the meantime, this is what's happening. Must be hard. I was able to get this exhaust here. I don't know if you guys remember on the last video, this thing was all out of whack. So I got these clamps in. It seems nice and sturdy. Now I have to figure this side out. This one does not coincide whatsoever. It doesn't match up. You can see that angle there. I need this thing to be straight. And as you can see, it's anything but straight. So I'm gonna have to see how I maneuver this. Maybe see if I bend this. I thought about maybe cutting it, re-angling it, and welding it. I'm not sure, but I do know that this union here is the last of my headaches, and then that'll be it. I'm gonna get rid of this stuff too, because this stuff, it sprinkles fiberglass dust all over me. Quite tired of it, so I'm just gonna get rid of it. I know it's good in theory. Maybe once everything's done and it doesn't fall apart on me anymore, I'll put it back. But for now, it's a goner. I got all that stuff off, all that fiberglass stuff. I mean, I know it's good in theory, it looks cool and all that, but it's a major pain to work with. So looking at this pipe here, what I decided I'm gonna do is, I made a mark here. I'm gonna try to kink it there so that I can bend the pipe, because it needs to come down and it also needs to go that way. So I think if I kink it at the right angle, I'll be able to achieve that bend. And then this pipe here, I can either shorten it. This pipe I can play with. So I'm not too worried about that. But no matter what, I mean, it is just way far off. So that's what I have to do. I got to get this pipe bent. I already tried here. I loosened those and I basically shifted it as much as I could, I guess in a counterclockwise direction. So I didn't do it. I mean, that didn't do enough. So I'm gonna try that. I'm gonna try to kink it here. Worst case, I can cut it and then weld the cut. If I cut it, it'll make it a lot easier to bend. I would prefer not to do that, but worst case, I can do that. I'll see if I can bend it. Let's try that. After much banging, I mean, I banged it. I had to take these little tabs off because they were in my way. I banged it there. I banged it over here, trying to bend it and bend it. This pipe, even though it's a Chinese cheapy pipe, did not want to bend. It's pretty sturdy. So I cut it. As you can see, I cut it all the way around. And now I can, I mean, except for the top here, there's a little spot here that's not cut so that it does, stays in one piece. And now I can manipulate it and bend it in any which way I want. So I put the clamp on here and I think that's gonna do it. That's gonna work. So I'm gonna give it a couple of tacks here with my little cheapy welder. I'll take it to my buddy's place that he's got a good welder and he can run a bead on it. I'll try to run a bead with my crappy little welder, but I got one of those little cheapy Harbor Freight $100 welders and I doubt that it will do the job. But I'll at least give it a couple of tacks so that it stays in position. And then when I take it off, I'll take it over there and weld it, give it a good bead. I got the pipe welded up. It definitely is nothing beautiful, but it's solid, it'll hold. And look at that, that is so much better now. I mean, it's not 100% perfect, but it'll definitely work. So I'm happy about that. And I can put the clamp up here, put this clamp here, and start working on the oxygen sensors, but at least the exhaust part will be over and done with. And I am happy about that, because this thing has just been a nightmare. Maybe next time I'll just spend a little more money and get some proper, some high quality stuff. But the material is not bad. This one's actually there. I mean, the materials aren't bad. It's just the fitment is horrible. So my next order of business is to extend these guys. I probably need to extend them about the same length that they already are. even though that might be a little too much, but I'd rather have too much than too little. So that's what I'm gonna do next. I gotta get the soldering iron out and the solder and all that stuff. So it's incredible how time consuming these little projects are. It's already getting dark outside. Anyway, I'm working on the extensions here, but realizing that these wires are going to have to go kind of in between the exhaust pipes, the you know, the headers, not touching them, but go through them. I'm going to have to get some sort of heat resistant tape, kind of something like this, the sheathing here, because otherwise they're going to melt. I wouldn't be surprised if they melt anyway, but what can I do? But I need to go and see if I can get something, you know, something that has some heat resistance properties, so I don't melt the wires. Otherwise, I think it's coming along. I've been soldering everything. It's just super time consuming. You know, what can I do? But I'm almost done. I just got to go get some tape. So I'll finish this tomorrow. All right, well, it's the following day. I have a clearer head today, so I'm going to get back at this thing. I'm going to get this thing knocked out today for sure. I got a track day in 2 days. Today's Tuesday. On Thursday, I'm going to be at Homestead with this car, so it's got to be ready to go. The sensors are almost done. I went to the auto parts store and bought this heat shield stuff because I was afraid of these guys melting the way they're going to be run through there. So this seems like it will hold the temperature pretty well. It has like a fiberglass inner lining, just like the original one did. So I think this will hold, this will keep them from melting, and I should not have any issues. So almost there. All right, final product. Not happy about that, but the way they hang down, but whatever. All right, so I'm doing a little test drive here, and it is definitely a lot louder with those headers. Wow, made a big difference. Car's not quite warmed up yet, so I can't really get on it too much to see performance-wise. But the noise level sure has gone up. Yeah, it's loud. Boogies though, it did wake it up quite a bit. Good for track, but I don't think for the street. But it does sound nice. It's just loud. Not the worst thing. Here's what it sounds like at idle. It's not too bad, but when you get on it, it really sounds. So I will see what happens. I'll drive it home and let's see what happens. Take the car for alignment, so on tomorrow morning actually I have an appointment to get the car aligned, since I took the front struts off and everything. Everything, you know, kind of came out of its adjustment. Also, that issue I had at the track where my camber came out, I had to adjust the toe, so I put the toe back more or less what I, you know, by eyeing the car. It's no scientific way of doing it, but I need to put it on the alignment rack and get it proper. So I'll be doing that in the morning. Now I'm getting on the highway here. Let's see how that exhaust sounds. It's pretty loud. Listen to that part. Fortunately, with the windows up and just cruising, it's not really loud, it's not obnoxious. I don't really hear any drone or anything, so far so good. It's loud with the windows down, but As long as it's comfortable still inside here, inside the car, I'm okay with it. It can be as loud as it wants. So far so good. That's gonna do it for this video on the Boxster. I'm hoping that it's done. The only way to know this is to keep beating on it, keep taking it to the track, you know, beat on it. I say beat on it as a term of endearment, you know what I mean? Nothing bad. But the car was built to be driven, and through these little bugs I have to sort out, I will eventually get to the bottom of it all, and then hopefully it will become reliable that I can take to the track and I won't have any more problems. So for now, the headers went on. What a nightmare. I mean, seriously, it was just a nightmare. But it's done. The oxygen sensors are in, the oil pan is done. So fingers crossed I can get to the track this week in a couple of days, have some fun with the car and have no issues. That is the goal, and to be able to continue having fun with the car on the track without issues. Road use, no problem. I can drive this car all day, all night without a single issue. But on the track, when it really gets put through its paces, especially Sebring, because Sebring is not kind to cars. Homestead is an easy track, but Sebring, if something's wrong with your car, it'll let you know. So I appreciate you guys watching. Feel free to watch my other videos. I got a bunch of videos on this car. I'll probably do more in the future because it's just one of the cars that's going to stick around, and I'm going to constantly be, I don't know if I would say improving it, but fixing it, I guess. If I keep taking it to the track and things keep happening, I'm going to just have to keep constantly doing stuff to it. So please subscribe, leave me any comments, let me know what you think about it. If you have any questions, even if you subscribe and tell me, hey, I subscribed, you know, reach out, you know, I'll respond, say, hey, thank you very much. Till next time, thanks for watching.